Continuing with our New Year, New You show, we turn to the topic of organization. Some of us may need to declutter for the new year. Well, our next guest has just the thing to help. Today in an author spotlight, we welcome Laura Souders. Her book, Organizing Her Life, How My Journey Can Help You Declutter Your Spaces and Your Life, is available now. Before we get actually into the book, how did you come up with this topic, organizing? Why write about it?
I think organizing is something that a lot of people struggle with, whether it's organizing their homes or their lives. And I did kind of a little bit of both. And it's the true story about how I changed my life.
I love organizing, okay? I love it because what seems overwhelming once I organize, it makes life less stressful, I think. And this book for you say it's about more than just organizing. What can we learn in this book?
It's the true story of how I quit my job and we downsized our whole lives, and we really made a lot of changes. And I not only explain the changes, the triumphs, and problems we had, but I also explain how the reader can examine their lives with some thought-provoking questions.
It's good. And I understand, though, in the book, you do have a 4-step system for organizing any space, and folks can see that in the book. But while I have you here today, can you go over just some of your top tips?
Yeah, my biggest tip for organizing is a lot of people start out by buying containers. They go out to the stores this time of the year and buy a container.
I love containers.
Well, I say wait, buy the containers at the end. Organize first, and then hopefully you kind of downsize and eliminate some of the things you don't need, and then buy the containers. You'll know what size are going to fit your needs.
So we should be purging?
Purge, yes. Evaluate everything that you have. Just look at it with new eyes and think about if you need it, love it, or use it anymore.
That's tough for some people, don't you think? It's tough to let go of
things. It is hard. It is hard. A lot of people feel guilt about letting go of things.
I know. Now, you're so good at this that you actually created a life as a professional organizer. Is it fun to help people?
I love helping people recreate their spaces and reclaim their spaces. It saves them time, energy, and money.
It must be nice, I think, somebody who can come in just objectively with no emotional attachment to, the 13 sets of scissors that you have. Maybe you don't need 13 sets of scissors, but people really do get attached to their things. But you can come in and just help us just cut the cords.
Yeah, I help people to just do the questions. I ask them the questions that help them to evaluate whether they need the things or not.
So you're like an organizing psychologist. Yeah.
A little.
Okay, so if we need this, if we want to hear your story about how you changed your life, you and your family, or get those tips and that 4-step system, how do we find your book?
You can go onto Amazon.com.
Very good, Amazon.com, where you can find pretty much everything. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you so much,
Good to have you.